so many of these guys.
Ty Gibbs just ran his fastest lap of the race here a lap and a half ago.
Right now.
Chase Briscoe has been up as high as third, but just in the last half dozen or so laps gave up 2 spots, one to his teammate Gibbs.
Having a solid weekend, and finally, Kevin, right, getting the stage points, taking care of business with this 19 car. This is what we expect out of Chase Briscoe.
Well, Chase Briscoe and his team, I mean, they were a car to beat week in and week out last year, and they've just had a lot of terrible things happening throughout the first part of this season, but running good again today.
Tyler Reddick has fought hard. He restarted 10th. He's moved up to 8th, been in a bunch of battles, and for the most part has been up at the top of the racetrack, as you'd expect.
Well, as you would expect, and I think Tyler Reddick is driving with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder because of that miscommunication on what the pit road speed needed to be at the beginning of this race, but they've done a nice job of putting themselves back in a position. We talk about Tyler Reddick and his short track program needing to get better, and today it looks like they've made a step in the right direction from a performance standpoint.
And that was Toyota all out. 291 laps complete, 209 to go. Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin combined have won 6 of the last 10 races here, 3 apiece, and they finished 1-2 here last April.
Yeah, you see Ty Gibbs right now going around the outside of Denny Hamlin, and Clint, I've noticed some 15-second laps starting to pop back up on the board the last few laps. You mentioned Ty Gibbs with his 1590 fast lap, but this 54 car is rolling right now.
He's rolling, and Blaney's rolling. I think Blaney's going to have something to say about Larson's win today if they can keep it together in the pits. Gibbs is extremely fast. He is going to get a win. I wasn't on board with that in the offseason when you popped off and said that, but I'm on board with you, buddy. Ty Gibbs will be in victory lane this year.
And I think today's a great example of why they will be in victory lane. You saw him at the beginning of the race. He had a bad start to the race, got themselves kind of shuffled back once again on one of those restarts earlier on. But we weren't playing any of the radio on here with, screaming and yelling or anything. It was just like, well, it is what it is, and look through the windshield as his crew chief Tyler Allen has been preaching to him, and they've kept it together and made adjustments on the car and done the things that they need to do, and running third with a chance to win this race with 200 laps to go.
He's doing a nice job.
Another race.
Like he said, every turn matters.
If you want to turn data into decisions, then make every turn matter with Trimble. Confidence at every turn.
I'm your overly competitive brother.
No, that's the Talladega 500, 188
What are you waiting
laps.
for? Make your move before I do.
Well, if you leave a pot on the stove long enough full of water and leave the burner turned up, eventually it's going to boil over, and that's what happened between Riley Herbst in the 35 and Kyle Busch in the number 8.
Yeah, and you can see right there the 35 is already into the back bumper of the 8. I'm not sure if the 8 had to check up or if something happened before this, but just a little bit of contact right there, and around goes Kyle Busch. There you go. You see it again right there. Just, it doesn't take much. We've seen how light on their feet these cars are today. And Kyle Busch goes around, and then you see Eric Jones get on the brake, and car goes around on him.
Then you're going to
Michael
see
McDowell.
Bell hit the wall again.
Not a whole lot of damage.
Boy, he's ready for this race to be over.
Let's watch from the Advent Health Cam onboard Eric Jones.
Yeah, and he had to get on the brake really quick, and a lot of times in these cars, when you get on the brake like that, you see the frustration right there from Eric Jones.
All right, pits are open. Josh.
Well, Kyle Larson has now led over 260 laps. The same problem during this run as the last one. Just got too loose towards the end of that one, so they're going to make an air pressure adjustment in addition to those tires and fuel. Jamie?
Not a lot of chatter on the radio from Denny Hamlin, who comes in at pits from 4th. Just too loose to run the top. Fill him up there and put 4 tires on. Around to the front again to Regan.
54, Ty Gibbs continuing this impressive run today. Right now, this last run just a little bit too free for him throughout the entire time. Asked for him to tighten him up just a little bit. In the 12 car, Ryan Blaney, we've documented the issues on pit road for him. We have to see if they can give him a good stop here. As for the car, the adjustments last time were very good on that 12 car. Best it's been on entry all day long.
Larson and Gibbs are going to lead them off pit road with Hamlin and then Blaney.
Gibbs beat Blaney out and Hamlin beat Blaney out. Another 2 spots lost.
Under caution as Kyle Busch gets turned by Riley Herbst.